Hello.
So now we are working with internal table. We are defining an internal table. So how to define internal table?
Types.
First, define the type structure with the list of fields which you want to include in the internal table. And you already know how to define a work area. Work area name, type, this type structure name. And how to define an internal table? Internal table name, type, standard table of
Standard
ty underscore std.
STD.
So this is how you
Dot.
define the internal table. So this is the internal table name. This is as per naming convention. This can be any name, but preferably should be as per naming convention. Okay. IT means when you look at this object, you can easily identify, okay, IT means it's an internal table. When you look at this, you can identify, okay, this is a work area, right? Now, how to populate data to the internal table? So we cannot directly populate data to internal table. First we have to populate data to work area, and then we have to add that work area to the internal table. Clear?
So,
We cannot directly add records to the internal table. First we have to fill the work area and add that work area record to the internal table. Right?
Yes.
Now populate the data to the internal table.
we are student ID.
Work area hyphen student ID equal to some 100.
Name sir. Student ID. ID.
Okay?
Okay.
Phone number is numeric type only, right? We don't need to use single quotes for numerical types. Let's populate some value. Okay? Now, we populated the data,
Right
right?
statement.
We populated the data to work area, right? Now, how to add this work area to the internal table? Note down, using append. Using append statement, we can add work area record to the
Area.
internal table. Okay? We need to use append statement to add work area record to the internal table. What is the condition to add work area to the internal table? Both work area and internal table type should be same. Like here we are taking ty and std for both internal table and work area. Both types are same, right? Both contain same structures with same fields, right?
Yes.
So that we can add it. You cannot add records with the other internal tables which are with different types. Okay? Now we have added one record to the internal table. How to add another record? Repeat the same process. Populate the data, for example 200.
WA standard data
200,
to internal data.
some number. What is the statement to add this record to internal table? What is the statement we have to use?
IT internal.
What is the statement we need to use to add this work area to the internal table? Add this work area record to the internal table.
Append statement.
Append statement. Append work area to internal table. What append will do?
It convert work area to the
It
internal table.
won't convert. It won't convert. It will add whatever the data in work area to the internal table.
Okay, okay,
It won't convert anything. It will just add
okay.
the record to the internal table. Okay.
Okay.
After adding it, just clear the internal table. Sorry, work area. Because we are populating with new value, right, in the next statement. Clear? Similarly, $300. Some number. Add it to internal table. So far we have added three internal table records, right? 3 records to the internal table. So we cannot directly add records to the internal table. So we need to use a work area. We need to use work area to add records to the internal table. Clear? So what the work area will do?
Convert single statement.
Multiple three.
Collection of fields. Make a single record.
Some number. What append statement will do? Append
To
statement
add
is
work
going
area
to
to
add this work area
work
record
area
to
to
the internal table at the end, at the bottom of the internal table. Now the 100 will be here in this position. When you add 200, 100 will be here and 200 will be at the bottom of the internal table. When you add 300, 300 record will be at the bottom of the internal table, and here we have 200, and here we have in the first position we have 100. So what append will do? Append will add one record to the internal table at the end. Okay? Here in this position, adding at the end. Okay? Is it clear? This is clear or not? Please respond.
clear. Okay.
Append will add one record at the end of the internal table, bottom of the internal table. Okay? Now let's see. Let's see that in the debug mode first. So I'm going to keep a breakpoint here in the append statement. Do we have any records in the internal table? If you observe this, what is this? 0 into 3. What is 0? What is 0 here? 0 means number of records. 0 means number of records. And what is 3?
Table
3 means number of fields.
fields.
How many fields we have in this internal table? 3 fields, right?
Yes.
Student ID, student name, and student phone number. Okay? The 0 indicates the number of records in the internal table. So we have populated the work area with data. We populated the work area with data. Okay. Looks like someone changed the data type of the student ID and all. Okay, that's okay. So I executed the append statement. Now let's check the internal table. How many records we have in this internal table?
One rec.
One record. We have one record in the internal table. That work area added one record in the internal table. Next, what is the next statement? Clear statement. It should clear the data in work area. So there is no data in work area now. It is clear. Now populate the second record to the work area. So I have populated the second record to the work area, that is 200. Now append that record to the internal table. Now we have two records in the internal table. Where is that new record? At the bottom, right? Not at the top. It is going to add every record at the end of the internal table. Okay. Now it is in second position. The new record is in second position. Clear the data and append the third record. So like that, it's going to add new records to the internal table at the end. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear.
So what I am doing here, I am just trying to display the data of internal table in the output. I'm trying to display data of this internal table in the output. We can also do it in an alternative way using write statement. For now, just remember this statement: CL demo output display, and I am passing the internal table name here. Just remember this. I'll explain it later. What is it? Okay.
Okay.
Execute it. So this is the output of that internal table. This is the records of that internal table: 100, 200, and 300. Okay. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So what is the alternative way to display the output of the internal table? Let's say we have some records in data. How to display that internal table records as output? What is the statement to display the output?
CL underscore demo.
No, that's okay.
Right.
What is the other statement we are using? Write statement, right? But in write
Write
statement,
statement.
we cannot pass the internal table. It won't accept the internal table. Okay. For that, what we need to do? We need to write loop statement. What is loop statement?
Loop is a
Loop is used
Looping.
to
Internal
Continuous.
table.
to transfer internal table records into work area. What loop will do?
Loop will transfer.
So loop will transfer each internal table record into work area, record by record. Okay. And then we display the data using write statement. What is the statement to process the internal table data? That is loop statement. Loop at internal table name into work area.
area.
What? End loop. Clear? Hello? By using append statement, we are adding work area records to the internal table. Okay? But to display the internal table data as output, we cannot directly use it in the write statement. What we need to do? We need to
Loop.
take help of the work area. We need to process record by record into work area. First, we are going to move first record into work area and display here. And the next, we are going to move second record into work area and display. Third record into work area and display. How many times this loop statement will execute?
Up to n.
Yeah, depends on the number of records in internal table. Now, how many records we have in this internal table?
3 records.
3 records, right? This loop statement will execute for 3 times and display and execute whatever the data inside this loop and end loop. Okay? The loop statement will execute for number of times, like which is depends on the internal table records. So whatever the source code, whatever the code you have written in between loop and end loop, that will be repeated for 3 times. Okay? Clear?
Clear. Okay.
Now execute. Displayed the output. 10, 200, 300. Right? Let's keep a breakpoint here. How many records we have in this internal table? How many records we have?
3 records.
3
Three
records. Now, what is the tabix? SY tabix is a system variable which holds the loop count. How many times this loop is going to be executed? So loop is executed for one time, right? The tabix value is 1 and it's going to display the output next time. Now the controller moves back to loop statement. Now it is executing the second record. The tabix is 2. Now third time loop is executing third time. Completed. Loop process is completed and displayed the output. SY underscore tabix holds the loop count. Okay. Is it clear?
It's clear.
Okay. How to clear the records of the internal table? How to clear the records of the internal table? To clear the work area data, we can use clear statement. Within the loop, we are clearing the work area data. First time, we are going to get 100 employee ID record, student ID record, and displaying it and clearing it. Next time, internal table will transfer 200 record into work area and display it and clear it. Third time, 300 record, display it and clear it. And how to clear the internal table data? That is using refresh. Refresh IT underscore data. This is to clear the work area data. Right? So this is the output. Is it clear? About the internal table operations. Append is to add the record to the internal table. Loop is used to process the internal table record. Okay? So loop will transfer each record of the internal table into work area. In between the loop and end loop, we can write our business logic. Okay. How many times that loop will execute?
It depends on the
Number of
internal
records
table.
in the internal table. Okay.